Now for the past 3 years, since I started reviewing Moto phones, especially the G series, I feel like Moto, they're not pushing high upgrade for the phones. Some phones even came with the same storage, which is 64, and some of them even came with a slightly upgraded processor. Maybe the operating system make the main difference. Other than that, I don't think so. Moto doing a great job to upgrade the Moto G series in general. Today we have the Moto G 5G 2023, which is the latest phone came from Moto from the G series. So in this video I'm gonna do unboxing, review the phone, give you my opinion and what I think about this phone, and I will tell you if I recommend to buy or not, especially if you want to upgrade from the previous Moto phones. This is Variety Stick. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't, give me a thumbs up, and without any further ado, let's find out. And by the way, the phone available through T-Mobile and Metro by T-Mobile and some other carriers, and the phone also available as unlock unit. Now if you want to purchase the phone from Metro by T-Mobile, which is this phone where I got it from, the phone will cost you $0 if you start a new activation or bring your number from a different provider. Now the retailer price for people who want to upgrade to this phone from Metro and T-Mobile, the full retail price is $149 because this is a 64 gigabytes. For people who want to buy the phone unlocked with 128 gigs, the phone will cost you $199. Now let me give you a quick look on the main specification, and let me start with the display. We have IPS 6.5 inch for the size, 120 Hz refresh rate, which is a good thing in my opinion. Now the resolution, it's kind of disappointing with this phone, only 720p, ratio 20:9, 83 screen to body ratio. Means the bezel is kind of a little bit thick, not too thin, but will be acceptable. For the operating system, we have Android 13, which is the latest right now, and normally Moto use stock operating system, which is good in my opinion. Now for the processor, we have a Qualcomm Snapdragon 480 Plus, slightly upgraded for regular 480. I'm looking to test the processor with some video games and performance in this video. And the GPU Adreno 619. I'm familiar with this processor. For the graphics, it will provide decent performance. Now for the storage, because this is Metro by T-Mobile unit, is 64 gigabytes only. If you want to buy the unlock, you can go with 128 gigs, but it's going to cost you $50 more. Now the camera is very disappointing with this phone. So we have two camera, main sensor 48 wide with aperture 1.7. This is the main camera, so we don't have ultra wide. Also, we don't have depth sensor. We only have 2 megapixel macro on the back of the phone, and the front is 8 megapixel. Both camera, the front and the back, capable to record video 1080 at 30 fps. I'm looking to provide you with some samples and give you my opinion on the camera, but I'm telling you from right now, this sensor is very disappointing. Also, we have non-removable battery with 5000 milliamp capacity, 15 watt of quick charging. We haven't seen improvements. We have seen phones from Moto for the previous 5 years, I guess, with the same watt for the charging speed, which is sucks that Moto doesn't push better and faster speed for the phone. And also Moto, for the first time, they're not gonna include a charger, so they follow up Samsung and Apple and not give you a charger, so you have to buy a charger by your own. I want to show you this when we do the unboxing. Now we have two advantages. The phone is 5G and the phone is water repellent design. It takes splash of water, and this is a plus. Two main disadvantages for the phone: does not have NFC, and this phone built with a plastic frame and back, so the phone does not look a premium. Now the unboxing time, and as you guys can see, the box is very long and this box is very thin and made from cardboard. That because Moto use free plastic and eco-friendly box, as you guys can see. I mean, who care about the box? Most important thing, the phone itself. We're gonna have some information, the year of made, and some safety information on the back. Is not that important. Let's go ahead and crack the seal open and have the first look on the phone. Wrapped very nice over here. So the first thing you will see, also we have paper this time, no plastic, which is always good for the environment. And the first thing you're gonna see, which is the phone. I like that this plastic has the matte finish, so fingerprint won't be shown on the back of the phone. Even the design is a plastic and the phone is not that premium, but that's something nice to see in this phone. So the phone feels nice in the hands and it feels same any other Moto phone we've seen this year, so nothing fancy, but it looks decent, it looks nice. And also we're gonna see, I believe, a divider here. Let me see if I can remove this cardboard. Manual instructions, a SIM ejector tool, and finally will be the charging cable. And this time around we have USB-A to USB-C, and we do not have a charger anymore. So as I said, Moto, they're not give you the charger. This in my opinion sucks. Even that I believe the price of the phone and the retail is still very expensive, so at least I believe customer they deserve to receive charger with the phone, but it is what it is. So the phone does not come with a charger anymore. So we're gonna put everything back, turn the phone on, play with it, spend some time and come back with more details and more information. So don't go away and stay tuned.
2,000 years later.
Now, after spending some time with the phone, testing almost everything, let me kick off with the design and build construction. The phone's gonna look to any other budget phone from Moto or Samsung for the build and design. In my opinion, the design and the way the phone look, it's nice. I mean, this is not a terrible device, especially for the feel. Especially I talked about the back of the phone has this matte finish over here. Looks wonderful, and this color also, it's an ink blue, also looks amazing. The back look beautiful. From the front also look same any other devices. The camera is going to be on the front, and the bezel's kind of thick a little bit, but it's still acceptable in my opinion. Fingerprint located on the side, mounted with the same power key, and also it seems to me working fine. It's very accurate and very responsive. One of the things I like about the phone has a stereo speaker, so we're gonna have one to fire from the front, one from the bottom. The build is a plastic. You guys are not gonna expect anything premium, but at the end it's very acceptable. And moving to the display is one of the most disappointing thing on this phone. That because I feel the colors are washed out, the angle view is not great. Brightness level, it's okay though, and the display resolution also is very low. The amount of PPI about 270, that's not considered good for any display. But I like that is a 120 Hz refresh rate. It will give you a very smooth experience using the phone for the display. Is the display great? No. Is acceptable? Yes. Now for the operating system, as I said, the phone has Android 13, which is the latest, and this is something nice to see with any brand new phone you buy. The experience similar to stock, except that Moto push some feature made specifically for Moto phones. For example, you can just shake the phone for the flash, shake it back if you want to switch off, or twist for the camera, and some other features normally I cover in completely separate video. But just to be fair with the phone, the experience using the operating system optimizing with the hardware, I haven't noticed the phone lags or takes time or give me problems and delay, and the phone is slowed down. So the experience using the phone with the operating system is wonderful in my opinion. Now for the hardware performance, after downloading games and open multiple apps and put download on the background, just to see like if I push the phone to the limit what's gonna happen. Surprised the phone keep up very good. I was able to use the phone just fine. I didn't feel that the phone starts slowing down or give me stuttering or drop, especially when we play video games. Playing Need for Speed was very smooth experience. I haven't noticed any drop in the pictures. Even the graphic, you can tell it's high because you can see these reflections on the street. Overall experience was amazing. Play video games even 3D or 2D. So I believe for performance you will be fine. The GPU helps also the processor to provide decent quality image and graphics for the video games. I would say also Snapdragon processor provide decent performance for this phone, so I don't have any problem with the hardware performance. Now for the battery performance, I'm not surprised that this phone provides great performance. That because the screen doesn't use much power. That because 720p, less amount of PPI, brightness level, angle of view. You know, when you have a low quality display, the phone doesn't use and consume power a lot. And 5,000, in my opinion, very decent amount for the battery. Charging speed, you have to, if you use like 15 watt of a quick charging, which is the max you can get in the phone, you guys will expect the phone will take hour and 45 minutes to fully charge. It's still decent in my opinion, but it's not great. I would like to see 20 or 25 from Moto, since the battery is big, 5,000 milliamp. So it seems to me, yes, as Moto advertised, this phone will last you 2 days, even if you use the phone more than a regular person. So the battery also is great in this phone. Now the last thing I want to share my experience with you would be the camera. As expected, I'm not surprised that because this phone has only 2 cameras. I'm not against 2 cameras, but for example, when you start taking portrait pictures, you rely on 1 camera. You use the application to do artificial intelligence to blur the background without depth sensor. The result is going to be absolutely terrible. Now for the zooming, the phone will give you 2x. After this, the picture will be cropped and you're going to have all kind of problems. Also, one of the things I realized, if you have like a low light situation, the pictures, they're going to look so ugly and it's going to be so much noise. Even if you use the night mode, vision is not going to help you a lot. Outside, when you have a decent light, you're going to take good pictures. Other than that, you guys not going to expect the best of this camera. Surprisingly, the front-facing camera was decent. It's not great as well. You will see, especially with portrait, you're going to see the background. It's not right, it's not sharp. You're going to have all kind of problems. But at the end of the day, this is still considered a budget device. And I believe Moto G could done better job for the camera than what they did in this device. Now also you're going to expect to take videos going to be very laggy, that because 30 FPS is not enough, especially when you have low light situation. Also the frame will drop because the camera will start struggle. The phone has a crappy slow motion and it has macro mode, which is decent in my opinion. So overall the camera is not something I like. As I said in the beginning, when I checked the specification, in addition to this, this phone doesn't even have ultra wide camera. Now if you are interested to buy this phone, if you consider the battery performance, the performance of the hardware, this is a good phone in my opinion. But if you want to consider the other aspects, I would say stay away from this phone, especially if you're willing to pay the full retail price. Now I get it, if you want to go to Metro, join them, get this phone for absolutely free. That would be a decent decision in my opinion. Let me know what do you think. Leave your opinion in the comment section below. Also, you can encourage me, give me thumbs up if you like, subscribe if you haven't, and we will talk to you in the next video.